경기 그렇죠. 뭐 좀 먹으면서 여유있게 생각을 해야 됩니다. 마음 급하게 먹으면 안 되고. 자, 투혼 경기 여러분들 바로 이어서 가보도록 하겠습니다. 여러분들 승자전 경기 윤찬희 선수와 그 최우수 선수의 매치인데요. 자, 두 선수의 매치 투혼에서입니다. 이번 경기 만약에 그 최우선이 잡으면은 7번째
Oh, are we going straight into it? Sweet.
입니다. 경기 가보도록 하죠.
Alright, at the top left, as the yellow Terran, we have somebody, I don't know. Maybe the colors are the same. I think usually Sonic keeps the colors the same. So I'm gonna say that yellow is most likely Sock. Okay, it's probably Sock. And that means that the red Terran is going to be Mom.
빠른 앞마당 확장과 더불어
excuse me.
운영에서의 어떤
Got the sniffles.
반땅 싸움을 가도 지지 않는다라는 그런 마인드. 이런 어떤 단단함 때문에
Okay.
윤찬희 선수가 좀
So we're cross map now on
좀 들거든요.
what is this third map? Is it just Fighting Spirit again?
지금의 어떤 위치를 봤을 때
Wait.
윤찬희 선수
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, it's Fighting Spirit. Okay, so yeah, the map order for these best of threes is Wind and Cloud, Fighting Spirit, and then Andromeda. So that's interesting. Anyway. Mom looks like he's pouting a little bit. It's okay, Mom. You're fine. Even if you lose the game, you still have a girlfriend. Better than 99% of the other nerds here in the channel. Boom. Telling it like it is. So anyway, looks like he's not doing some super fast gas shenanigans again this time. Gonna take it easy. And he's moving out. Oh, he's gonna proxy a Rax. He's gonna proxy a Rax. It's only gonna be one though, and this is actually fairly standard in TVT. This isn't like super cheesy or anything. He's proxying one Rax. If he sends out a second one, no, he's not sending out a second SCV. It's too late for that. Just gonna do the one Rax proxy. It's gonna be fine. Where's he actually going with this? Oh my god, where? What the? Oh my god, is he just? Is that just a scout? Is he going 14cc instead? Oh my god, he's not proxying a Rax! He's going for 14cc! He is going for a 14cc, and he scouted cross map just to confirm that that would be fine. Oh my god. Wow, alright. Gas first into 2-port Wraith, and then 14cc right after. Sick, Mom, sick. Man, and now that he knows it's cross map, he's like, this has got to be safe, right? This is like ideal situation for him to be doing this. Now that SCV scout of Sock looks like it's going cross map as well, which is interesting. I think he realizes, oh no, he's just checking the middle for proxies and he's gonna go to the top right. Alright, so he's not gonna scout that for a really long time. And let's see what his response is gonna be. I mean, I'm not sure what the best response is, to be honest, given that he's gonna scout this super late and their cross map. Even going for some kind of early factory, tank aggression. It's gonna take a little while to get there, and it's gonna be a little bit tricky. Little bit tricky. Alright, anyway. Alright, this guy SB is about to get over there. They're probably gonna do like the face cam of Sock. See what his reaction is. I'm actually curious as well. I actually really want to know what his game reaction is gonna be. What his follow-up will be. Alright, so now he sees it. Now he knows what's going on. It's a curious place for that factory, by the way. I'm not sure what's going on over there. And it looks like he's built a command center. I don't know if that's necessarily in response, but I think he might have just been going one fact expand anyway. And he's actually, it doesn't look like he's doing anything particularly unusual. Just getting that, getting the command center. Not getting any additional tech. Not, going for some super fast drops or anything like that. He's just chilling. He's just chilling. Just going out with that barracks now to go scout. See on the minimap. Random SCV. I don't know why he's going to the 6 o'clock here. Notice that that Mong's SCV actually went across the 6. I think it's probably just a check for some kind of proxy or something like that. But that's gonna get taken down by that vulture pretty easily. It doesn't really matter too much.
모를 것 같아. 이런 좀 이상하죠.
And it doesn't look like Sock's gonna do anything about this. He's built the second factory at a really random location there. It's like sort of hidden. I'm not sure why that's there, to be honest. Actually, both players have built their factory like right on the edge there. It's quite curious. Huh. I mean, that's kind of almost like a TVP placement where you build your factory kind of away from your command center, so if you get recalled in the main, your factories are kind of a little bit closer to the ramp, so it's a little bit easier to defend. If that makes sense? I don't know why that's important in TVT. Maybe that's just where they like to build factories. Who knows? Anyway, we do have an SCV going to the 12 o'clock. He might just go for a quick third here. No, it's just a Marine. Man, he's actually not doing anything. Sock actually just does not care that his opponent went 14 CZ. He's like, well, you know what, it's fine. This guy just completely messed up, you know, a 2-port Wraith free win, so I can probably just play a standard game even though I'm slightly behind, and I'll just win anyway. And he might be right. He could very well be right. So an SCV going to the 12 o'clock just to make sure there's no super fast third here from Sock, but there isn't. No risk. So we're just gonna have to chill for a little bit until these guys decide to do something interesting. Of course, it's a TBT, so that could be a wall. Alright, so everyone, just relax, eat some popcorn, do whatever. I'm gonna eat some grapes. Looks like a barracks might die. Oh my god, the barracks is on fire! It's alright. He's gonna let it live actually, it's not even burning, so it's gonna just float away happily. Alright, so I got a good old scouting riff going on. Oh! Man, I love how he was like doing all the fancy Wraith micro against the barracks and then, you know, showing off his Wraith micro above those tanks. And then when it actually counts, when it actually matters, because there's 2 Goliaths on the ground, he just loses the Wraith instantly. Oh man. That is just embarrassing. It's like, why were you microing against the barracks when you're just not gonna, you know, micro it against Goliaths? Like, what is the point? Anyway, he's following up with some drops. He's going for the 5-fact. Only 3-fact from Sock here. This is kind of the reverse of Mong versus Haya in game 1. Where in that game, Mong actually was on 3 facts for a lot longer, whereas Haya went for the 5 facts. And in this case, it's reversed. Mong's gone for the 5 factories instead. It is cross map, so it's going to be a little bit harder for him to actually do anything here. But I guess we'll see. Oh, it looks like some counter barracks harassment. It's poor buildings, man. These are actually the true heroes of the Terran army. It's not the siege tanks or the spider mines. They always get all the glory, but it's those buildings leading the charge. I mean, if you think about it, right, in TVT, the buildings are always the ones that are closest to the enemy, right? You always lead out with your buildings to give yourself vision. They're actually the pioneers of the Terran army. See, look at that barracks. He's all the way out over the enemy army. What a hero. What a boss. Anyway, I think that barracks is gonna die. See? The first death as well. Boom. Man, that just occurred to me. Wouldn't it be cool if when you're going for like a big break on a tank line, you float out, you know, like 2 eBays in a barracks, and you just land them around his tanks, so the first volley of your opponent's siege tanks hits buildings, and then you go in with your units. So it's the same idea as leading with SCVs, but when you lead with SCVs, oftentimes like they can get a little bit messed up and block your units and stuff like that, and you obviously have to sacrifice SCVs. But if you just land an eBay in a barracks, they have so much more HP, they can tank so many more shots, and so they take the first volley and then you go in and kill stuff. That would be really awesome. I think it's a little bit harder to pull off than the SCV thing, but it'd be really sick if somebody did. Anyway, there's a Vulture drop going in here. It doesn't look like it's going to do too much damage, so I'm not overly concerned about it. It's a couple of defending units anyway. The more important thing, though, is that there's a big attack going in towards Mong's Natural by Sock, but it looks like going to get turned away at the last second there. These few harassing Vultures are going to get cleaned up. And, whoa. One Vulture going all the way back to the main is going to be annoying. But yeah, gonna get cleaned up. I mean, speed vultures to defend speed vultures is pretty easy. There's only 2 guys on gas now. Okay, finally fixed there, but you know, he did slow the gas mining for a little bit, which is nice. And now it looks like Mong has given himself some space. He's moving out on the map with his own tanks. Gonna try and get a position here. Remember, he was on 5 factories against 3 for a little while there, so he should have a slight ground superiority. But it looks like, just judging from the minimap, that Sock has added on his own factories in the meantime. Anyway, gonna be a bit of a skirmish here on the left side. I don't think Mong can make too much headway. In fact, look at this, Sock being very confident here, only leaving a couple of tanks to stop that attack and sending the rest of his army all the way across. Oh my god, he's gonna intercept the dropship as well. Very lucky catch here. He's not shooting though. He needs to keep shooting. Is he gonna get it? He's gonna get it for sure. 2 vultures do get out though, and gonna continue to harass. But yeah, because they are cross positions, there's a lot of space to maneuver with the army. I mean, even though, look at this, Mong's got a bit of a tank line set up on the left side. It doesn't matter, you know, both the other corridors in the middle and across the right side are still open for Sock to move around. So still plenty of space for good old maneuvering shenanigans. Man, both players actually being super active with this army, with their armies. No sitting around or anything like that. Just staying on 2 base. Going for the attack. There's like finally a 3rd command center floating out for Mong. A 3rd CC on the way for Sock as well. Gonna be slightly slower, but doesn't look like it's gonna be too much slower. At least relative to how far we are into the game. So, looks like, oh, we actually have a double expand here a bit. He's got a command center floating to the 6 o'clock, and Mong is also expanding to the 3 o'clock as well. So if he can actually hold that, he's got the tank line established to do so. If he can hold both of those bases, he will of course be in a fantastic economic position compared to Sock. Of course, because Sock has actually not even finished building that 3rd command center in his main base. By the time he floats his 3rd over there, Mong's 4th could very well be done. But it looks like not going to be able to mine here from his 3rd for a little while here. And in fact, really just doesn't have very much established on the left side at all here. He's got the tank line at the right side to defend the 3 o'clock, but nothing on this side. And even though he's got a tank line over there, vultures can still run around the top and harass the 3 o'clock as well. It looks like, oh man, these vultures as well doing a lot of damage to Mong, getting a lot of SCV kills, even getting a mine hit off on that tank. Very efficient there, but look at this, Sock actually trying to take a hidden expansion on the top right main. There is a marine, so Mong will in fact see that. But the question is, will he have actually anything to deny it? If you look at kind of the middle right of the map, kind of both players have sort of tank lines established there to stop each other from moving out, but there is still that path on the right side around the 3 o'clock base that will allow vultures to move out, and it looks like Sock going for a bit of a Wraith switch here, added on the 2 star ports, probably going to hide those for a little, well, he may decide to hide them for a little while and then come out with, you know, like 6 Wraiths all of a sudden and get a bunch of siege tanks for free. That's a very popular trick to, you know, if you know, you're establishing big tank lines and there's been no Wraiths so far, there's been no air, so your opponent doesn't have any anti-air in his tank line, just has a bunch of vultures and tanks. You just come out with 6 Wraiths or 8 Wraiths and you can immediately kill, you know, 5 or 6 siege tanks for free. Really, really nice. Kind of immediately pay for the cost of the Wraiths and then still have them left over to go and do more harassment and whatnot. Anyway, looks like vultures coming in. The Marines actually died, so I guess the vulture killed it already. Mong trying to get some vultures in here to harass, but already units in to defend. Both players really just trying to make good use of their vultures. You can see neither of them actually seeming to commit with their tank lines here, kind of contrary to what we saw in Mong versus Haya, where there's a lot of siege tank back and forth action. In this game, it looks like both players more content to just establish their tank lines and use the mobile portion of the mech army, the vultures, to just kind of run around and do all this good jazz. But look at this, neither player really has many Goliaths. In fact, Sock is the only one who has Goliaths, and he's also the one making Wraiths. So so for Mong, this Wraith switch could actually be very, very bad. I'm curious actually to see if Sock really decides to save up to a lot of Wraiths before moving out, or if he just moves out immediately. There's a couple of Goliaths there in the tank line, but really very little anti-air. He's already moved out with these Wraiths, so he's already shown them to Mong here. There are some spider mines out there, so Mong sees those 2 Wraiths. He's got to be a little bit wary now, and yeah, you can see him as he's adding turrets. So I'm not really a huge fan of showing those so early. I don't know why Sock just moved out with the initial 2 and didn't save up, you know, for 6 or 8 to move out and get some free tank kills. He definitely could have gotten a bunch of free tank kills if he did that. But instead, just kind of moving them out to help with this defense of the top right. I mean, right now they're in a position to intercept. Excuse me. They're there to intercept any dropships that go over to the top right main, because of course we can see he's taking that main as well as the natural base. So he just wants to keep a solid control of that base while the turrets go up. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Mong's got 4 bases right now. Sok is getting his 5th base. But the left side looks like Mong has a big ground army there. Yeah, so Mong is actually establishing control of the left side as well. So it's basically going to be kind of a split map, but if Mong can actually get positioned here, he's going to split the map favorably for himself. He's moving up here, very weak presence, tank presence for Sok, and if Mong can establish a position here, he can actually take the 9 o'clock as well. So he's going to split it so that he gets 7 bases, and Sok only gets 5. So if Sok doesn't do anything about this and lets Mong get 2 established, he's just going to lose in the late game anyway. It doesn't really matter what else happens. He's just going to be down on the overall income. Both players now massing up their dropships. Of course, Sok does have the 2 star points. He can pump them out faster, but at the moment I don't think he quite has the economy to support that in addition to all his ground production. Yeah, I mean, if you look at this, if you just look at the minimap right now, Mong definitely seems to have the upper hand. He's got pretty decent tank line on the right side. The left side, of course, is much further away from his main base, and it's much closer to Sok's base, so it's going to be much more difficult for Mong to actually keep that position and kind of hold on to the 9 o'clock base. It should be much more easy for Sok to actually break that, but look at this! Mong is actually going for a break here. He's going to drop on top of the siege tanks. He's going in with the ground forces. He's breaking the right side here. He's making a move, and if Sok loses this position, he can lose the top right. I think he's got some more units behind there to still help defend, but man, this is really, really vulnerable. His 12 o'clock base is even becoming vulnerable after losing this. I don't know why Sok just has such a paltry ground army compared to Mong here. I guess Mong was on the 4 bases much more quickly than Sok, had the macro advantage. Sok now looking like he's in quite a bit of trouble. Mong is going to hold on a little bit, doesn't want to get over eager here, but this top right 2 bases looks very, very weak right now. There's a bunch of yellow on the minimap there in between. I'm not sure exactly what that is, whether that's all siege tanks or a bunch of that is mines or what that is, but it looks like a counter drop going towards the left side here. It looks like Sok's going to respond by breaking the left. Looks like, yeah, it was a few tanks, but mostly just mines and vultures there, which is not really going to help defend. So those top right 2 bases are going to go down here, and Sok's going to be back down to his original 3 bases, going to be really far behind on the eco. Where did his drop go, though? I don't know where his drop went. Looks like he actually brought the drop along with his ground army to try and break this attack. It's going towards his top right. He's actually decided it's more important to save those bases than go for the counterattack. No, he's going for a drop somewhere else. It looks like he just wanted to load up some more units. I'm really not sure where he's going, but he really has to make a move fast. He's just hesitating here. I don't know what he's doing. He's not decided what he wants to do, but he's got to do something now, either to, break this army or go for the counterattack, one or the other. It doesn't matter which he chooses. Either one will still be better than just sitting around on his ass and just not doing anything. Oh my god, I think he's wasted his opportunity here. He's missed his window to go for the counterattack. He's just kind of sitting around with these dropships loaded up and not doing anything. He just doesn't know what he wants to do. And look at this. Mong, very decisive, going for a drop here. He's going to get counter dropped, which... Alright, no, he's not going to get counter dropped. Oh my god, Sok. What is the point of loading up all these dropships if you're not going to do anything? I just don't understand what is going on with Sok right now. What, are they... I mean... maybe I guess he saw how many units were there and he thought he would just lose everything if he dropped it, but he's got to do something. Just drop it somewhere, man, anywhere. Do something. Alright, he's gonna go drop at 6 o'clock. No, he's not. Yes, no, he's not. Just kidding. This army's been in these dropships for like an hour. Oh my, he's not even dropping the bottom left. What are you doing? Sok! I don't understand. He drops like 4 random tanks and he only gets 3 of them. Oh my... Sok, dude. Oh, this guy. Now I know why Ket hated him so much. Sok. Anyway. So, I mean, he's lost his top right natural. He still has the main base, at least. So, actually, I mean, technically they're on even bases, because Mong's taking the bottom left natural, but he's not mining there yet. So, they're kind of okay, but, oh, gotta be a little bit careful there. Just gonna go with the ground army instead. Oh, does lose a dropship, though. And, yeah, so Sok's random army that did finally drop out is now wandering around the bottom left. Still not really sure where he wants to send them. Meanwhile, his 12 o'clock is getting sieged down. Doesn't look like there's too much he can do about it. Looks like finally going to move over to the 6 o'clock. I mean, he could have just dropped that before, but instead he decided to drop in the middle of the map and just walk up the ramp into tank fire instead of dropping it. So, yeah, that's a good idea. Good job, Sok. Oh. Not going to get dropped here. Oh my god, that is a lot of dropships. What? I hope he actually uses them this time. I hope he actually drops. Watch, he's just going to fly around in the circle and just go home. He's not actually going to drop anything. That would be hilarious. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Whoa. Where's he dropping? He's dropping the natural. He's breaking the front. And I don't know. I mean, there's... wow, that was actually not nearly as many tanks as I thought. Oh, he didn't even drop anything. He didn't even drop all his units. Suck messed up. He didn't drop all his units. For some reason, there's an SCV battle going on the top left. GG! Mong takes game number 2. Gets some justice, some revenge after that horrible game number 1. But man, in game number 2, he just looked so much better than